Alright, cool. Part 6. So,
Alrighty.
we have my main, Jolyne. I'm I'm gonna put her in B tier.
Jolyne. It's kind of weird. It's a weird relationship I have with her. I see her as an A tier character, but I can understand why she's a B tier character. Um,
I said it in my guide once. She's a jack of all trades, master of none. She has all the
mhm.
mobility. She has decent damage. She ain't got the best damage. Her GHA and her HHA, they're good, but they don't leave the opponent closer to her for her to do setups. She has setups which she can do, but her gameplay doesn't allow her to do it. And then in her stand mode, she has all the mobility, but then when you do the mobility combos, it scales so hard that there's actually no point doing them unless you want to do restand combos. So
which
it's
is
kind of
true,
like,
but
what's the point
don't.
unless you just want to fuck about with your opponent by doing all the mobile stuff? Because I like my mobile characters in this game, as you guys know. So for me personally, she'll be B tier, but
I
she can
could
fuck
see
with most
B.
of the cast.
She can. Because the reason why this is what made why I say she could teeter to A because her buttons are very good. She probably has one of the best stand buttons in the entire game due to the fact they have range, a lot of priority. Um, she has a stand DP that goes into a command grab if you do the heavy one.
I think she has the
Um,
best down B as well, in my opinion.
yeah, she has the
Next
best
to
2A in this
risottos.
game. I actually think she has one of the best stand 2As in the game. She, like you said, when she's in stand mode, she has the mobility, and her mobility could cross you up. Because if you don't know where she, even if you know she's going behind you, she gets there before you can react, and then she could screw up your inputs. Um,
All of her
but I
jump
agree,
normals and
her
cross ups as well.
yeah, and her GHA doesn't hit it does hit hard at level 3. I won't lie. In the beat up phase, it hits hard, but the end hitter doesn't hit too hard. It's like Jonathan in a sense, where Jonathan does his level 3, and like the combo before the multiple hit is the one that is doing the most damage.
Yeah,
Um, her trap is useless as much as yeah, you could do one good taunt combo from it, but is it really worth it?
it doesn't do
Um,
the damage for it, so it's no point.
she has probably one of the worst counters in the game because she requires to put the string down, and when it's down, that's when he activates. Her low command grab, despite the fact, in my opinion, it should be a grab because she does it mad slow. You see it coming from like a mile away.
True.
The fact that you can just step it or block it is like it kills the point of it, in my opinion.
You can't
Um,
jump it though. If you land on it, you're getting
no, you can
hit.
land it. You can jump it and land and block.
Really? Everybody
As long as you don't press the button,
says
just you jump down and hold down back, and you can block it. I'm telling you from experience with Joseph, because my friend uses a Jolyne. He's also a Jolyne main, and he always says, "Why could you jump, land, and still block?" He says that makes no sense,
that's
and I agree with him.
that's so
But
stupid.
you could do that. Yeah, and and me coming from part 3 on PS3. I mean ASBR from PS3. Her command outside of stand, the one where it was like the overhead with the stand, she kicks and does the overhead. In
Mm.
the old game, that was overhead. So if I was down backing, I had to block the first hit ducking or standing, and I had to block the second hit standing. Because if I was holding down back the entire time, the overhead would hit me, and then he could combo afterwards. They took that away in this one, where you just hold down back and block both of them by ducking, which makes no sense. But maybe with I don't know if she got changed in this patch. I don't think she did that much.
Not
If they
really.
gave her a little bit more, like say more, not damage, I would say what she needs is more tweaking with her buttons. Where if she had options to mix you up more, she'll be more of a threat.
I've been told to. And also with the opponent and closer after she does her ult. That'll
Yeah.
be amazing. Alright, cool. So B tier. Next
Yeah.
is Ermes Costello, Esther.
I won't say S. I say
Uh,
she's A, but she's.
I mean, when we put her sticker mode on, we can put her a little higher, but
That's what I say. She's high. She's up there.
Focus,
Highest life in the game. Ironically, yeah, highest life in the game.
CTOT. She looks dirty.
She has damage.
she just got everything going for her except for projectile. She needs a projectile.
Ironically, she actually has a safe HHA because you can't punish her after it because they sped it up. So when she gets out of it, she hits herself. She hits herself, so you can't hit her. You can't grab her or punish her. But she automatically can block after that setup. Like she has decent buttons. Like one thing I literally was talking to ASAP just a while ago. I said the only thing they have to nerf from her, in my opinion, is her DP. Her DP tracks. So if you jump over her, and when she did say she did the input mad early, and you jump over her, she will turn around and hit you still. She has that probably, but it's right now they didn't touch it. It's still in the game. It's a tracking DP that should get nerfed and is invincible, and can be cancelable on hit. And remember, not a lot of people in this game have cancelable DPs, but she's one of them. And yeah, she's a definitely high tier character. It's just a lot of people are not using her. I don't know why, to be honest with you, but she's up there.
It's hard to use, I guess.
I don't just timing and
you
netcode.
gotta use your brain to play her. You gotta use your brain.
That's it.
It's the same with Jolyne. You gotta use your brain to play her. That's how you don't get no.
You could turn your brain off.
I get ASAP's perspective, where it's like, yeah, you could kind of do brain dead stuff with her, because if she gets her stickers, she locks you with the double hits. So, you could kind of just exploit that and use it over and over, especially with a good assist. She could be annoying. But if you're a player who literally is using her, like it's like Joseph's argument. There's brain dead players that does easy beat all day with Joseph, and then you fight my Joseph. And then you're like, oh crap. It's the same concept. There could be a brain dead Ermes that's doing brain dead stuff, and then there's Ermes that know what they're doing. And when you see what they're doing, and you notice that you lost 80% of your life on one combo, you're like, oh crap, she's annoying. she's definitely an A tier character.
A tier, definitely. Closer to S, but A tier.
Yeah, I'll definitely give it that A tier.
Alright, cool. So next one is Foo Fighters.
I'll be honest, I personally put her in A. She's an A tier character. Because, she may have a crappy HHA, it heals her. It's technically not crap, because it could come clutch sometimes with that heal. But, she has buttons that are long-reaching. Literally has unblockable setups. Strongest, probably third or second strongest GHA in the game. If it's at level 3, that is taking 80% free from one hit. Has a command roll, which nobody in this game has at all. Has one backwards and one forward. Even after the nerf, that roll is still impressive.
The back one also launches.
Yeah, it launches on combo. It launches on hit. Has one of the best jump seasons in the game, because she angles herself off in a weird way and is multi-hitting. And it could cross up, ironically. Despite she's punching forward, she could cross you up with in the middle of it, which is funny. Yeah, I in my heart believe she's an A tier character. She's a top tier person, and if used right, she could mix you up to hell and back, and you can.
Oh yes, mix up for days.
She could get it. She's definitely up there. She's a high tier character. There's no doubt about that.
That's why I like using her too. I just do mix up, shoot, Joe Taro, gunshot, unblockable, super.
Y'all the same. Y'all like Lisa. Y'all like Foo Fighters. Y'all just despicable human beings.
We're beautiful.
What's the next character, bruh?
Look who's talking, Mr. Stroheim. Don't be talking.
Alright, so she's A. Alright, next is Anastasia or Anastasia.
He's getting nerfed, sadly. I don't know why. He does that. He does dumb damage, and he actually is really good. You fought Meme Sweep before, right? He's very good with him, and he's one of my. Okay, he's in the Jojo Discord. He's one of the only Anasuis on there, and he's really good with him. But I
think he's 8.
I say he's B. He's A in my opinion. The reason why people put him in B, because outside stand mode, that's the problem with honestly, his buttons outside of it are pretty okay, mediocre-ish. But when he's in stand mode, his buttons are very freaking good. And just don't sleep on him, because despite he has a command grab, he has a very hard hitting GHA. He has a good SSA, HHA. Sorry, I was about to say SSA. His combos are very long. People actually sleep on his combos, but they're relaunch combos. And remember, his Rekkas launches the enemy in the air all the time on hit, no matter what. and he could combo from anything. And no matter the distance on the screen, he literally could be from halfway across the screen. But if his stand touches you from the other half, he has enough time to run, catch up with you in the air, hit you, and just continue a combo. Has hard knockdowns for days. He's up. I believe personally, in my opinion, he's up there. If there are different tiers to the Bs, he could be. He literally is at the end of that B tier, literally climbing into A. And he'll be like on the lower end of the A spectrum. But I personally, if I had to put him, I'll put him in A, honestly.
Okay, cool, that's fine. Because I was judging of no stand mode because it uses too much Mio. But you're right, stand mode is very good.
And then that overhead, that nice overhead is really good. I love that.
He has he's another one with an overhead in the game, like Joseph. Joseph has an overhead, instant overhead. He has one too.
That's like.
Yep.
That's what makes it so good about him.
Well, Ermes one is a command, like a quarter circle back. Is it what's it called?
It's a DP motion.
It's a DP one. His is not that. It's just a normal overhead. Forward B, like forward B.
Yeah.
And those type of overheads are better than a command one because in combo, they scale harder. His is just a normal input like a punch, so it won't scale as bad.
So, later, next is White Snake Pucci.
Ooh, ate the sneak? Oh wait, which one?
He said White Snake, so that's the only one that's White Snake with the counter.
Okay, so we can't group them up. We gotta keep them separate.
Yeah, keep him different.
Yeah, White Snake Pucci is definitely a B tier character. He's still good, but doesn't do damage, but has very long combos that could be, and he could disrupt you by taking your moves, so it can get annoying. But Pucci's problem always has been, since even the PS3 version, he does no damage. But he just has a lot of long combos and a lot of good buttons and a lot of disruption that messes with you. So if you don't know how to fight him, he can be annoying. And he also is the only character in the game that can steal your special bar. Like, everyone destroys your special bar with their own gimmicks. White Snake Pucci steals it completely. Because if he catches you with the counter, you have to hit him to get back your meter. And if you don't do that, then you're definitely crippled for the match. Like Hamon users without meter, they're pretty much garbage. They need their meter. So he's a B tier character with a lot of disruption and a lot of good buttons. If he just did damage, he would automatically be an A tier, like A and higher. But since he doesn't do damage, that tilts him down a lot.
That's true. I would have kept him in B2. He's like a better version of Rohan, more balanced.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So,